Warning, this game has offensive stuff. You were warned. Last time we played, Simeon, the bully, he went missing. Believe it or not. Anton's not exactly too worried about it, but he's afraid that it was his fault that he went missing because of what he said. Anyways, let's hop into the story and see what's up. And hopefully we can actually get some answers. Well, oh yeah, jumped toward the TV set and after flickering the power switch, started blindly feeling around the backside of the photon, trying to plug the console's cable into the antenna input. Bruce Lee! Nice. Bits of TV shows, Home Alone. Bits of TV shows started flashing on the CRT screen when I armed myself with the remote, looked for a channel with the result after Dendy Signal. Did anything interesting happen, Alan? It was a mundane question for me. I didn't put any actual meaning behind it. But Oya's expression suddenly changed. She lost all the childish nonchalantness she had worked so hard to acquire before. What happened, Oya? My sister managed to put the cable in its place and started brushing off her dust-covered hand. She was clearly looking for the courage to continue the conversation. Mom, Oya went silent, and for a moment I thought I saw tears welling up in her eyes. She had this scary thing happen to her again. My sister looked at me with her wet eyes. She had a fit, huh? This had happened before, but it was a rare occasion. Now that we moved to this godforsaken place, Mom's fits rose in frequency. Dad brought home a big fish. It was wrapped in a newspaper and had a foul smell. Mom got angry again, and then she took a knife. Oya squirmed, looking fearfully out the window. They started screaming at each other. I froze, imagining my little sister so small and unnoticeable standing in the kitchen doorway. She wasn't even trying to hide, her parents just paid her no mind at all. And then Mom stroked with her fist, like this. She hit the fish. It was still alive, Tosha. It must have been in pain, and Mom, it was easy to imagine what happened next. The writhing fish with the blade between its fins squirted some foul-smelling must into Mom's face. Whenever death got this close to my mom, be it when a person was hit in a bus or in front of us, there was blood smeared all over the windshield. Or when Grandma chopped off a chicken's head, Mom would always get into a weird, dreadful fit. Whoa. Her eyes would roll over, she would fall on her face like a freshly cut tree and start writing just like that agonizing fish, turning over chairs and blurting out bits of scary sentences. How about Dad? Did he yell her? Oya shuddered as if just remembering it pained her. Yes, but at first, he started laughing, Tosha. Laughing. He was laughing and saw that Mom was in trouble. But then he cried. Oya's story made me raise an eyebrow. It seemed like the force oozing madness had not only completely consumed our mom, but also infected our strong and courageous dad. I quickly stepped toward Oya and locked her in a tight embrace. She dug her face into my chest and I could feel my shirt becoming wet. Why are they bullying each other, Tosha? Are they crazy? I started, unable to justify the actions of my parents. Yep, real great parents. I had run out of words and all I could do was hug Oya even tighter. Well, fuck you! For that stupid jump scare. Oya screamed and hid behind me. Turn it off, quick! No matter how many times she saw this intro, she would always react the same, just like when she saw that owl. I mean, I also got goosebumps every time that this ghastly face appeared on the screen, so I immediately complied with my sister's request. 999. Got 99 red balloons. Finally, the game selection screen showed up on the cartridge that was bundled with the console. Oh, Goose Hunt, Tinkle 1, Small Bee, Wild Gunman, Lunner Ball, Tink 2, Goose Hunt. Oh, Small Bee. Are those the levels? Or names? Picked up the gray rectangular controller and started looking around the pixel letters to find the familiar English word for duck. You mean duck? Background music from the menu soothed Olia's mind and she asked in a calm voice. How are things at school? Uh-oh. I became friends with the girl. Yeah, no big deal. Kind of became friends with the girl. Yeah, no big deal. We're just friends right now, but I think Anton's got a chance, if you know what I'm saying. Is she pretty? I got embarrassed. What do you mean you don't know? You know. You're right. She must be very pretty. Stop it, Oya. You got a crush. I keep acting like this and I won't play with you. I was joking. Will you introduce us? She seems a little bit unstable. I don't think you should meet anybody in this town ever. And what's her name? Polina. You turn red again. Shut up, Oya. What do you know? You know nothing. Where will you live and when you get married? Are we playing or not? I plugged the light gun into the second controller port, listening to my sister's laughs. I go first. Oh. Duck hunt. Boom, boom, boom. Is it my turn? Wait, do it. Oh, I'm not prepared. I wasn't ready. I didn't think I would actually get to play. Oh god. Boom. Oh god. Let's get dangerous. Oh man. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, that's 3 in a row. My god. I can barely get one. As I get 2. Nope. What? I should have gotten that one. Ha! Who wants some more? This is really cool. Never thought I'd see like this mini game. Whoa, that's fast. Where's my ridicule? Oh. Game's cheating, man. Damn. Bang, bang, and they're all dead. You lost, Tosha. Yep, I totally let you win. That's what happened, and that's the story I'm sticking to. My mom only managed to get through to me on her third attempt. Anton, there's a call for you. It's a girl. I sobered up in an instant and rushed to the hallway. Watch your step. Damn. No need to run. I grabbed the phone, pressed it to my chest, looking at my mom. She shrugged and went into the room, gathering the toys thrown around by Oya as she went.
Алло?
Hello?
У твоей мамы такой молодой
Your mom has
голос.
such a young voice. It's
Ну
Paulina.
да. Она сама молодая.
Well, yeah, I mean, she is young.
Не мешаю?
Are you busy right now?
Нет, что ты.
No, of course not. If only she knew how costly this conversation could be for me. What risk I took on just answering this call. There were a pen and a shabby notepad lying on the nightstand. I picked it up, started moving the tip of the pen across the paper, producing chaotic doodles that always ended up turning into hearts.
Я прочла твои ответы.
I've read your answers. Do you really like Car Man? Wait, was that like the Iron Man knockoff, or I don't know.
Если по правде, русский рок
I like
больше
Russian rock more, to be honest. Oh, it's a band.
нравится. Но я почему-то
But I was too
постеснялся
embarrassed to put it
написать.
there for some reason.
А хочешь, Антоша, я честно?
And do you want me to be honest with you too, Antosha?
Конечно.
Of course. My pen drew an outline of the girl's face, her eyes, her long eyelashes. Paulina spoke in a harsh voice, probably to keep her grandpa from hearing. I'm bored to death here.
Дома?
At home?
Поселки.
In the village.
Никогда
There's
не
nothing going on here, and if there is, it's always something nasty. What are you doing in the village? It's not even about the missing kids. There's almost no music here.
Но у тебя же кассеты есть.
Don't you have your cassettes?
запись.
I'm not talking about audio records. I mean the place's voice.
Голос этого места.
What are you doing outside? Like, 2 kids have already gone missing. Paulina, are you stupid?
Мелодичный.
It's not melodic at all. It's rustling like a record player needle. Is she gonna go missing on the phone on us? It just squeaks and moans from time to time. It feels uncomfortable, suffocating. I don't know how else to explain this. My pen's tip drafted to a house surrounded by tall trees. I think I know what you mean.
Моя сестренка
My little sister says that she feels like a prisoner here. Me too. But I love Grandpa. I don't want to abandon him. Sometimes I just want to escape so badly, somewhere very far away. Into the forest, I thought half-heartedly. I run under the falling snowflakes that make your fur white and branches that hide you from prying
Я,
eyes.
когда рисую, будто путешествую.
When I draw, I feel like I'm transported into another place.
Мне так тоскливо.
It's the same for me and the violin.
Убегаю по
Ah, yes, Romka's butterfly knife. I ran up the bow straight to the sky. I realized I was drawing a butterfly knife. I crossed it out. Thinking of Romka ruined my mood. Before I could reply, Oya descended the stairs. She was holding some book in a pink cover, Encyclopedia of a Young Lady.
Ты долго еще?
Will you take long? I covered the handset with my hand.
Я разговариваю.
I'm in the middle of a conversation with my lover.
Что случилось?
What happened?
Почитай мне,
Read me a bedtime story, please.
Мама уснула.
Mom fell asleep.
Иди к себе, я
Go to your
сейчас.
room, I'll be there in a minute.
Только быстрее, ладно?
Just be quick, okay?
Ладно.
Fine. My last reply sounded excessively annoyed. I sighed, watching my sister running up the stairs.
Прости. надо
Sorry,
бежать.
I need to run. Me too.
Спасибо, что
Thank you for lending an ear. My ear vibrated with the buzzing sounds. I dragged my feet to the second floor, thinking of the girl I shouldn't talk to if I don't want to die from a knife wound. I wish I could tell Dad, asking for his manly advice, but he doesn't show up home until late at night because of his new job. My parents don't have time for me, to put it lightly.
Ну, где твоя книжка?
Well, where's your book? I started. The kid's room was empty.
Оль.
Oh, yeah? She probably snuck into my room. I started walking down the corridor. The room was infested with shadows. The blinds were wavering like there was someone hiding behind them. I smiled, sneaked toward the window, and threw open the curtain.
Попалась.
Gotcha! There was nobody behind the cloth. The window was as a TV showing winter scenery. The lamppost, a field, a couple of walking figures in the middle of it. Oh no. Elisa and Oya. I gasped and pressed my fist to my mouth, sinking my teeth into them. Lisa was leading Oya into the thicket. I needed less than a minute to hurriedly dress, rush out of the house. My heart was beating like a firing machine gun. The wind carried the cold, resinous smell of coniferous trees from the forest. Freezing air crackled somewhere in the field. Two shadows loomed in front of the gate. I could only recognize them as my sister and the fox girl because of their height. I ran toward the fence, listening to the hollow wind of squeaking now. One of the figures moved and slowly glided toward the thicket like an ice skater. I slowed down and touched my glasses, trying in vain to adjust my vision to the surrounding darkness. Worry landed on my shoulders like a weightless snowflake. A snake woke up in my belly and started writhing. I felt nauseous. I thought about my home, the flimsy fortress I left behind. I finally caught up to my sister, dressed only in a coat. Oh yeah,
Ты видел лисичку?
have you seen the
Оля,
foxy?
зачем ты вышла
Oh
на
yeah, why
улицу?
did you go outside?
Если мама узнает...
If mom finds out... My sister froze in place, facing the tiger. She was in a hand's reach, and I put my numbers on the shoulder for some reason, probably to make sure it wasn't a dream. Hi, Mr. Owl! A pointing beak was directed at me, strewn with feathers that formed an owl face. Something wearing a bird mask was staring at me.
Не узнает.
She won't. Uh-oh. The voice sounded exactly like Oya's, but there was somebody else hiding behind the feathers in the cart. I sprinted away as if I got whipped. The masked creature only pretended to be Oya, just to lure me out. I was running like crazy, drowning in the snow. The house in front of me was rapidly growing. Yellow light in front was granting me hope. My mom and sister are there. My salvation. I couldn't hear anything from behind me. It was as if nobody was chasing me. Maybe it's because the owls don't fly. I was already climbing the porch when I noticed another figure. Hello there, Mr. Wolf. From the soot black shadow of my house, a scruffy wolf cub crawled out of this and stood in my way. His movements were jerky, chaotic, as if he was performing some terrifying dance, or convulsing during a stroke. And even though I said clearly that the wolf face was a mask, something in his werewolf's convulsions made me freeze in place. The boy in a wolf's costume rubbed his side against the porch post and fell to his knees. He bent his back so hard that I expected his spine to crack. The beast's eyes shone, but he didn't attack. He kept crawling around and running on all fours. I shifted my feet with my mouth agape, trying to keep him in my line of sight. Something was trickling from the mass. Vicious drops fell from the wooden planks. Saliva. Some unknown force pushed me in the back, whispering to save myself. The fence was flashing by at the edge of my vision. Oh, I was running in another... Was that a pig? I was running in another direction this time, toward the toothy edge of the forest that smelled of pine. My heartbeat measured time. The wolf boy growled behind my back as if he forgot his human nature. My right leg got stuck in snow, laid in captivity. I yanked it out, cursing under my breath, and fell to the ground. Plastering now prevented me from standing up and propping myself against anything. But my unbound thirst for life helped me get on the thirst trap. What? Thirst trap? Out of the trap. Darkness was creeping closer like the toxic fumes of burial fires. I ran again, gasping for air that stung in my throat. My hair swayed in the wind. I lost my hat when I fell down. My ears were now hot about the freezing cold, while most of the body was still too light. The field finally ended. After realizing that running into the forest was the smartest decision I could make, I dove into the line of trees. I ran without stopping, my face covered with one of my palms. I didn't want to lose an eye to some random branch. Branches whipped my clothes, pinched my skin like bushes, like they were herding a pig into the grinder. And out of the roots, sprouting from the ground, I grabbed my foot. I rammed into the scratchy trunk. I slid down to its base and looked around in a panic. Hey, Elise. Phew, you're fast. My first desire was to dash toward her and hug her. I resisted it and squeezed myself even tighter into the pine. What are you doing here?
Что ты здесь делаешь?
This and that. She was holding the hat and I lost. Working part-time and lost and found. Put it on, your ears will freeze and maybe even fall off soon. She giggled. I squinted in suspicion and shifted my gaze back and forth between her and the hat, scared that Elisa might be holding a severed head in something or even more sinister. But in the end, my hat turned out to be just my hat. Thanks. I took it and pulled it over my forehead, feeling warmer.
Там во дворе были какие-то дети.
There was some children in the yard.
И что?
And did they bite you or something?
Нет.
No.
А чего же ты?
Why did you run away? The answer was obvious, but after rolling the thought on my tongue, I mumbled,
Не знаю.
I don't know.
Обещал,
Why did I promise to never call you a dunce again?
а я обещал.
Oh well, I'll keep my promises. She walked up to me and grabbed me by the elbow. I sensed a familiar aroma of mint, oranges, and burnt sparklers. I wanted to lean into Alex to savor the minute details of her smell.
Сколько можно?
How many times do I need to tell you?
Сам
You're safe as long as you're with me.
сказал, я твой друг.
I'm your friend.
И они.
And they are too. I quickly turned around toward the place the fox girl was pointing to. Ah, yes, the scary wolves. Kids in mass appeared at the clearing. At least they looked like kids since they were all pretty short. A wolf boy, an owl girl, and a bear boy. Oh, that was a bear? Alright. Hello there. Hello. Hello. How you doing? I'm Anton. And I'll be your designated bitch today. I'm just playing. I'm playing. They all huffed and gasped for air, clearly tired from running around. Hello. I thought you fell through the snow. Started digging around but couldn't find you. And I didn't care enough. You see, if you're dumb, you run around and dig. And if you're smart, you wait until the others get tired of running and around digging. Then you start talking. You're a rat. Oh man. Cool. That was cool. Heh.
Не обращай
Don't mind him. He's a weirdo.
странностями.
I stood there stupefied, my mouth agape and my hands dangling helplessly. I had no idea how to react to the words of these late night guests, but I managed to squeeze out something resembling a smile.
Вы просто меня
You just scared me, that's all. They started looking at each other and somebody even snorted. And if I said something funny. Yes, the fox is right.
Это он.
He's the one.
Нет, это
No, this is our... Have we finally found him?
наш.
Our bunny. Bunny? Like... Yes, he looks the part. The wolf boy started wagging a part of his costume like it was his tail in excitement. First! Of course you were first.
Это волчик.
Wolfie here was the first to sense the bunny in you. He told us about you.
Здравствуй.
What is going on?
С нашей совушкой.
You already met our hoodie before.
Ты такая
She isn't that scary, is she?
Да, наверное.
Yes. And this smiling big guy is Teddy.
Ты лучше с ним поласкай.
He has human teeth. Be mindful with him or he'll shoot off your head.
Зачем это?
Heh? What?
Да.
I see you often dropped your sense of humor somewhere on the way here. Yeah, after running for my life multiple times. I was still unsure if these peculiar little animals had the best intentions in mind, so I hid my hands behind my back trying to look away from the gaping holes of their carnival masks. Yeah, they obviously look like masks. Why would they look like masks? And why has no one... I'm still wondering if it's because Anton's schizophrenic or something. Like he's imagining all of this to escape. And now they're talking about Anton like being the one, the bunny. So what if he's making this whole like world within the forest where he is, where he has friends and is important and stuff like that.
Когда в следующий раз придем,
The next time we come, we'll ring bells for you. That way you'll be less scared of our visit. Do we even have bells?
чур, я звоню.
I won't be ringing. What happened to your hand?
У меня лапа
My paw hurts.
болит.
My smile was no longer fake.
О, зубы показал.
Oh, you showed us your teeth.
Признай,
That's a good sign.
не ожидал,
I didn't expect you to find us fun.
смешить. Я думала,
I thought it was an emotion reserved strictly for Disneyland.
Диснейленду.
Откуда ты знаешь?
How do you know that? I read about it somewhere.
Про меня?
You read about me? Aren't you funny? No, about Disneyland, darling. You can read human? You can speak human? Do you think I've been going to school every day for nothing? Oh, well, you got a point. And then she's singing in a voice.
Как детей не замечать, как мечты их развенчать. Учат в школе, учат в школе, учат в школе. Крепко-накрепко вломить, с детства слабеньких чморить. Учат в школе, учат в школе, учат в школе.
Cool. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I'm down. I let out a cautious laugh. My new acquaintances didn't seem scary anymore. On the contrary, they looked friendly and welcoming. There was something about them that attracted me. Just like the clearing this moon, the snowflakes that fell backwards from the ground to the sky, as if someone was rewinding a tape. The mask got close and felt their touch. They gave me a friendly taps. I felt my clothes as if checking whether it was real. There was no animalistic malice in their touch, only pure childish curiosity. For some reason, I thought to myself, I can trust them. Snowflakes just kept on floating upwards. Honestly, they're probably way more better than the people around here. Nobody will hurt you anymore. Friend. Yet, if somebody even tries to. Fox gave me a slight tug and burst out laughing. Well then, Tosha, will you run away screaming or come with us?
Куда?
Where to? To the amusement park. At that moment, Tiger's deceptive silence was broken by the sound of a distant flute. Mesmerizing and alluring, it brought about a ring of crystal glass and whispers of fresh winter spring. If I had any doubts before, the flute song shattered the last of them. I started following my new friends before I could even make my decision. My legs carried me as if their own will, and the tones made pines step apart, bushes bowed in the front of the procession. Everything looked dreamlike. Because even the clearing we ended up I only saw in my dream. The flute soared up in the treetops like some fantastical bird. The snowflakes floated up in a spiral. The moon painted tree branches with silver. Elise gasped in amazement. I was also in awe. I tilted my head backwards as far as I could. Whew, what a sight.
Очень красиво.
It's so beautiful. Wolfie howled in agreement.
Это мелочи.
This is nothing.
Я покажу,
I can show you much more,
если захочешь.
if you want. I did want. I wanted to see what the fox girl saw with her eyes, hidden in semi-dark over her cape. Now I didn't feel weird about these masked kids. I felt weird about being only the one without a mask. I felt like I was naked in the January winds.
Скажите,
Why do you wear these masks? I was trembling, but I wasn't scared. My trembling wasn't caused by the cold. It originated from peculiar anxiousness, anticipation of something amazing.
Тебе зачем?
Why do you ask? I touched my cold cheek.
но я без маски.
I'm not wearing one.
Обожаю человека.
I love human tails. Tails? Oh, human nails? Human fails.
Я же говорю,
I've already told you.
все
All the villagers wear masks.
скрываются за ними.
It's just that you won't find any human underneath them.
И даже я?
Even me? You're clumsy, Anton.
Рассеянный, Антон.
Однажды мы уже нашли твои очки.
We already found your glasses once already. That was you, okay.
И шапку.
And your grr hat. Grr hat. Grr hat.
И твою
And your real face. The bunny mask that Semyon spit into. I looked at the mask the fox was holding out to me. The bunny mask that looked like a silver ingot under the moonlight. I was curious to see what the world through its slits. Alright, I guess we're taking it. Suddenly, finding its way through the flute's melody, I thought it came to me. Glasses before they found were in Semyon's possession. Oh, that's right! They must have known what happened to him. Or even worse.
А куда подевался
And where did Semyon
Что с ним
disappear
стало?
to? What happened to him?
И с остальными детьми?
And the other children? The bear and the owl looked at each other. The wolf boy crowed into a ball, and the fox lowered her pointing nose of her mask.
Кого держали в клетке?
The one who was kept in a cage?
Тот, кто режет,
The one who cuts into little pieces?
тот, кто носит
The one who wears a skin face took them? A skin face?
Умел бы я
If I knew how to cross myself, I'd do it.
Хотите сказать?
So you're saying it was a human? Were you listening to us?
Разве можно назвать такого
How can you call someone like that human?
человеком? Одно слово.
There's just one word for him. An adult. So easy to get lost in an adult world.
Убийцы.
Killers, cruel animal trainings, and cold parents. If you don't want to get sad, better not to think about them.
Не знаю, как вам.
I don't know about you, but I definitely don't want to be sad. Somehow, I'm also not sad today.
Антон,
What about you, Anton?
Huh?
Huh? I was lost in a thought, staring into pines, trying to pinpoint the location of a flute. I was sure that the person who played it was standing right behind the piney stockade. Someone tall going over the holes in the flute with their long fingers.
так что, сядем тосковать?
What now? Are we going to sit and be sad or have some fun?
Алиса хотела, чтобы...
Lisa wanted to show me something.
Давай
Let's start with the sweet stuff. The fox girl took out a handful of candy from her pocket and handed them to each of the kids. Cover shuffled the smell of pineapple, cocoa, and melon wafted through the air. Oh, she's okay. The last treat, a chocolate-covered waffle candy, Elisa put right into my mouth. My tongue was engulfed in spiciness. I felt like my body was covered in fur and small sparks were running along it. I chewed on the waffle and the chocolate, gulped them down, enjoying the vivid taste.
Спасибо.
Thanks. My gratitude was barely audible because my lips were already touching the insides of my mask. I didn't even notice how I put it in against my face. The paper mache was worn, the mask stuck to my skin, giving it a nice prickle. The kind when you dive into a hot bath after being outside the winter, when you lie there and purr from the soapy water. See, I told you, this is yours.
Мое.
Mine?
Что стоим? За нас веселиться
What are you waiting
никто
for?
не
The
будет.
fun will have itself. You're right. The melody kept swirling in a field like a hurricane. I couldn't wait to release the energy, the heat that was this enchanting music filling me with. Whoa, man! The owl jumped and disappeared into the sky. Hi! I heard her laughter from somewhere above, and then she leaned back, huffing and sighing.
Ты так можешь.
You can do it too. Give it a try. What? I followed suit. What? Oh, hey, it's not in black and white. Oh, that's really cool. My feet tore off from the ground. I flew toward the stars like a rocket, screaming from happiness after seeing my friends down below. The wind helped me fly. It felt like I was jumping on a huge trampoline. The stars looked like a vivid sparkles, like I could reach and lick them. The moon also got closer, and then I plunged. I got scared that I broke my legs for a moment, but my soul was laying softly on the ground, and I regained my balance.
Ты в безопасности.
You're safe with us. Oh, everything just changed.
Твои мечты станут.
And all your dreams will come true.
Я так счастлива.
I'm so happy that you finally found me. That I finally found you. Bunny. In a fit of merry laughter, I realized the most important thing. These four are not a threat. Our real enemies. And I felt with the very single hair on my mask were those who knew nothing about magic. Humans from the village. I also realized how alive my surroundings had become. I heard the dry grass under the snow moon. I saw faces of trees and the stars. The trees were smirking and the stars were grimacing in fear. That's right, be scared. I'll jump up to you and... I snapped my teeth and let out a jubilant laugh, jumping up along with the fox. We flew higher than the tallest pine and stayed in the air. She does have blue eyes. swore that Lisa followed my rhythm. I knew that she was smiling, so I smiled too. And the flute just kept on playing, carrying us higher and higher. Hey, did someone put a spell on you? Polina. That someone was standing next to me. I thought, trying to unglue my chin from the desk. He was asleep. My muscles felt slightly sore, but the feeling was pleasant. The whole class was wandering about for some reason, whispering and passing notes to each other. Their faces looked like discolored masks to me, bleak and boring. I yawned, remembering the time I was soaring high above the forest with Lisa by my side, laughing and squeezing my hand. Probably it was just a dream. Because I didn't walk back to the forest. I just woke up in bed on a normal morning with tea and medicine. Bleh. Still, I was hardly worried about trying to find a rational explanation for my night dance. That feeling of flight was much more important. The knowledge of how it feels to be hanging in the air above the treetops of majestic pines and baring my teeth at the moon.
Прости, задумался.
Sorry, I got lost in thought.
Слышал уже про Катю?
Have you heard about Katya? You mean cutthroat bitch?
А?
She's missing too now? I glanced at the empty seat in front of me.
Катя пропала.
Katya went missing. My sleepiness was gone in an instant. I frowned in suspicion. What do you mean? It can't be. 3 missing children now? Was last seen during the day on January 12th at the schoolyard. Identifying features? Yeah. I had a flower-shaped brooch on her hat. If anybody has information on Katya's whereabouts, call the following number.
Катя!
Thank you for completing episode 3. We are deeply grateful for everyone who purchased the game and early access. All the profits will go toward further development of the game. Yep, that's the end of the game, everybody. Well, for now. I'll definitely be playing it when there's an update or, episode 4 or something. It's really fun. So I will see you in the next one. Later.
Damn right I killed him! Ah!